Hello and welcome to another episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. I'm James,
And I'm Sarah.
and we have a new podcast picture thing. I don't know what to call it. Thumbnail. I guess that's what it's called. I don't really know. But
A
I
new
put together
thumbnail.
I put together a cool little well, I think it's cool. I like it. And Sarah
I think it's
likes it.
cool. I
So
like it.
I added it to our podcast last week. So those of you that if you listened, then you saw it last week. So it's like this cool little podcast thing. Our new little
Our new little
picture.
art.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, it's been a minute since we've recorded, a couple weeks, 2 weeks actually, because Ryan's family was here visiting, so we were kind of busy doing things with them, and
Hmm.
we I didn't want to record while we were getting things situated with them, so we took some time off. How has
Hmm.
Sarah been? Things have been crazy here.
Um, I I finished reading a book that radicalized me more than I already was,
Okay.
which I didn't think was possible.
Radical, like what was the book?
So it was the story of Jane, um, the underground abortions of 1969 through 1972.
Oh,
Um, these women, these not medically trained women, performed abortions in Chicago um, for 4 years before Roe v. Wade went through. Um, and it just, it really blew my mind, but like in the best way possible. But definitely I am even more radicalized than I was before.
yeah.
Um, but interestingly, one of the things that I learned while reading this book, because it's the truth. It's what actually happened. Um, one of the things that I learned is that during that time frame, there were several churches that were pro-abortion, pro-choice. And these churches were really pushing it from a morality standpoint of it is the individual's right to determine what is best for their body.
Yeah, which is insane. How that's not the secular opinion for everyone. I don't really get.
Right. Like I don't understand, but like the fact that the church was behind it, and like especially these churches in the Midwest, like these Baptist churches in the Midwest are the ones that are like out here pushing, individual right. Like
It's
as far
so
as that goes. It was very interesting to read.
yeah, it's very strange. Like I wonder what caused the rift and the like switch to a completely opposite standpoint.
Yeah, I don't understand where that switch came from either, because I'm like there used to be the church on the side of abortions being like, no, this is a good thing to do. This
Yeah,
is an individual's choice and an individual's right. Like it's just so crazy, especially when you think about how not only that switch, but like looking at it from the standpoint of Republicans being like, oh, small government, but like they're they're the antithesis of what they preach, because they're
yeah.
always like, oh, small government reach, whatever. um and yet they literally have their finger in every fucking pie. And then of course we can't ignore what's going on right now. another war in the Middle East.
I mean, really, I would say more of a continuation of a war in the Middle East, because we've never really actually. Well, I think wasn't one of the issues that like they were saying Joe Biden was an issue because he pulled the troops out of the Middle East when he was just following the plan that was already put in place by Donald Trump to begin with. And then Donald Trump decides, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and bomb the Middle East again without consulting anyone other than Netanyahu, who is a fascist sociopath anyway. So it's like,
yeah,
what are we really doing? And didn't you run on a whole campaign of no more wars, no more
wars?
And yet the first thing that you do within the first year of your presidency is start another war and cause a giant war in another country called Venezuela.
Yeah.
Hello? Like, it's insane. And then I saw that, oh my gosh, I just saw this post on TikTok. It was this woman from Texas, and she was talking about how expensive gas was in California. And she was like, I just paid $5.70 per gallon. And then she showed the gas tank, the gas pump, and she was showing how many gallons of gas she pumped, not the price she was paying. I'm like, that's how much gas you pumped. And like all of her comments are like, you're an idiot. This is obvious Texas school education that shows you don't even know what you're looking at when you're looking at the price on the pump, because you didn't even look at the right price. Admittedly, it is very expensive for gas out here, but it's also because California has a very high tax rate for gas because it goes to their roads. And they use their funding for actual things that it's supposed to be used for. So it's like there's a reason for the gas being so expensive out here, and it's because of the tax on gases. That's another reason I have an electric car. Jumping into cars. I spent over 3 hours at the BMV yesterday, the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles in California, getting my California driver's license. So I will have a California driver's license now, and transferring the plates for the Rogue from Rhode Island to California. The driver's license portion didn't take that long. Like, I just had to fill out an application and then go show my papers for my real ID and stuff. And then once that was done, I had to go get my picture taken and take a test. So in California, you have to take it's a virtual test, and pass it before you can actually get a driver's license if you've never been licensed in California before.
Yeah.
I was freaking out because I test horribly, so I suck at testing. And whenever I originally got my driver's license, I had to take it twice because I got too many questions wrong on the written portion before I could actually do the driving portion. But this time I only missed 2 questions, and they were like, what does the yellow line mean? And I'm like, I don't know what it means. I just know I never park where yellow line is, because it's a loading zone.
I'm just a girl.
I'm just homosexual. I just drive. I don't know what it means. And then there was another one that was like about like securing your load in the back of a truck. I'm like, I will never need to know this. Like, I get that people that drive on the road, it's applicable to all drivers, but it's not applicable to me. So I missed those 2 questions, but the rest of them, I was like, I don't know the answers to these. And I just guessed on some of them. 'Cause like one of them was, when are animals allowed in the back of a truck? And like one of the answers was when the side of the truck is a certain height. And then like one of the questions was, it's whenever there is no restriction. And then the other one is only when they're secured. So like, okay, then it's obviously that one. So some of them, it was like, it's pretty obvious what the answers were, but there were some of them that I was like, I don't know. I've never encountered this. I've never needed to know this in my 20 years of driving almost. No, it's not been 20. It's been, I think I've driven since I was 18.
It's been more than that.
No.
Yeah.
20 years? I've not been driving for 20 years.
Friend.
I'm not 38, Sarah.
You started driving when you were
No, I did
16.
not. I didn't get my driver's license until I was 18. 17. So it's been about
Okay,
20,
so
almost
20
20 years. I was almost 18 whenever I got my driver's license. So it's been about 20 years. But
I was
not
almost
20
21
years.
when I got my driver's license.
Because you're a fool.
No. But there were a lot of other reasons.
But that was like, and the biggest issue was like that part of it was fine. I had to wait for like 30 minutes before I could even get seen. And then I had to take the test, go back and show them that I completed the test. And then she was like, "Oh, I need something that shows me how much sales tax you paid in Rhode Island, because I don't want to charge you sales tax on top of what you already paid. So I have to have something that shows you how much sales tax you paid in Rhode Island." I was like, "Oh, okay, let me go see if I have it in the car," because I printed it out, but I completely forgot to bring it with me. And I was like, "Well, I think I have it in the car too." So I went and grabbed it from the car. But the funny thing is, when I showed her my license, she was like, "Rhode Island, is that part of the United States?" I was like, "Yes, it's the smallest state in the United States. It's beside New York and below Massachusetts. It's over in New England." She goes, "Oh, I've never heard of Rhode Island. I've never heard of this state." She was not from there. She was not originally from the United States. I think she was like Slovakia.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like,
I think she was like from Slovakia or something, like somewhere like Eastern European.
I was about to be like a fully fledged American.
She was very sweet lady. She was very nice. She kept calling me baby. She kept saying, "Hey, baby, confirm this information." And I would go and confirm, and I was like, "Okay, whatever, that's fine." But I was like shocked. She was like, "I've never heard of Rhode Island." It's like, you work at the BMV. Granted, it's on the other side of the United States, but you work at the BMV, well, the DMV. And I was like, how do you not know all of the 50 states? But whatever. I mean, it's fine. So that was interesting. So, and then I finished with everything, brought her all my paperwork back, and I was like, "Okay, here's how much I paid," and it was like almost $2,000 in sales tax in Rhode Island, and I had to pay an additional $1,800 to get license plates here. So yesterday I spent over $2,000 to get plates and my driver's license, because she was like, "Oh, okay, now I just need you to go get a smog test done, and it has to be like verified, like we have to verify your car." And she was like, I was like, "Okay, why do I have to get a smog test done? It's a brand new car. I just bought it less than 7 months ago." And she was like, "Yeah, it's because it's registered in another state and you're registering it for the first time in California. Yeah. It has to pass a smog check here." Like, generally, when you buy a car new, it doesn't have to go through a smog check for 4 years. That's in every state. But I guess because I'm registering it from one state to another, I had to go get it.
It would be the same in Indiana.
You don't have to do smog checks in Indiana.
No, I know, but like what I'm saying is like the specific air testing stuff and whatnot, because depending on where you live in Indiana, they require.
Yeah, I think like in the northern parts of Indiana, yeah, because like in Spencer and Bloomington where we lived, I never had to get anything, and there's a lot of cars that wouldn't pass if they did.
I mean, yes, that is very accurate, yes.
But anyway, so I had to go and do that, and I was like, "Well, where the hell do I go and get a smog test?" And she was like, "Well, there's plenty of places," and there was one literally right across the road. So I went and did that, and then brought my car back and got it checked, and then I had to get back in line and wait to get called back up to finalize the registration. So I was literally there I got there at 10, I left at like 1:45. It was insane. I was annoyed. I was frustrated. And then when I got up there and gave them my paperwork, because it was a different person, she looked at it and she was like, "Did he tell you to sign this? Was there an issue with your VIN number, with your VIN?" I was like, "No." And she was like, "Well, why did you sign this?" I was like, "Cause it said sign here." She's like, did you not read it before you signed?" I was like, "No, I just saw registered owner sign here." And it was, if you, there was an issue or an error with your VIN to sign there. Like, why would you have that? She was like, "Well, this is why we read things before we sign them." I'm like, "Well, you don't have to be condescending to me."
I mean, you should read things before you sign them, though.
I know, but anytime you see an X and it says registered owner or owner of vehicle, you're assuming that if you don't sign it, then it's not going to be valid.
And
But
you know what
apparently-
assuming leads to.
But she was like, "I just have to go talk to the person that did your form, and then he just needs to fill out a new one." So I was like, "Okay, whatever," and that's fine. But I finally finished that, and then yesterday we were also supposed to be getting. So I ordered 3 more bookshelves for the apartment from IKEA. They were supposed to be getting delivered yesterday, and along with some bowls that we got from IKEA, because we bought 2 bowls when we were there, when we went to IKEA, and I was like, I really like these bowls, so we ordered some more, so we would have a total of 6. And they were supposed to be being delivered yesterday, and then like 30 minutes before the end of the delivery window, I get a message that it said that it wasn't able to be delivered. I was like, why? And why did it take until 30 minutes before the end of the delivery window to give me that message?
Right.
So there was a phone number to call for customer service. So I called them and they were like, "Oh, it looks like the delivery driver had mechanical issues with their vehicle. So I can reschedule your delivery." I was like, "Okay, that's fine, whatever." I am a little frustrated because the idea was to get out on Friday and then have the weekend to put them together. Now they won't be delivered until tomorrow. So now I'm not going to have the weekend to put them together.
Right.
Because, I mean, they're not super hard to put together, but it's a lot.
Right.
And so now I'm going to have bookshelf cases just sitting around waiting to be put together. What else? I got a new laptop.
Ooh.
I ended up getting a new laptop the other day. My other laptop, I think I'm going to drop it off at like a repair shop and see if I can get the spacebar fixed. Because that's really the only thing that's wrong with it. There's like the spacebar, it feels like the mechanism is collapsed or something, and it just needs to be replaced. Because you have to like push it really hard sometimes for it to actually register that you hit the spacebar. So I just need to take it and have it looked at and repaired.
Okay.
But I got my new laptop, which is fine. It's a 14-inch, which is 2 inches smaller than the other one that I had. So I'm getting used to the smaller version of my laptop. But it has a faster processor and more storage. And then there's Sarah with her extremely old laptop that doesn't even have Zoom on the actual laptop. She has to join using a web-based Zoom.
You know, I'm honestly at this point I'm trying to live a little bit more analog. I feel that for myself, technology has progressed beyond what I am comfortable with, and so I'll stay right here where like my stuff still works. And
Does it though?
It does.
Does it
does.
though?
It does. It clearly it does because we're recording right now.
It doesn't work correctly.
But it works.
It gets the job done ish.
It gets the job done.
Well, other than that, how's Sarah doing? How are things going?
They're going. I Um,
Sarah, you're Sarah.
I'm very Sarah. I'm enjoying living, weirdly enough. um I don't usually enjoy living, but here recently I've been indulging, and yeah, it's been pretty nice. Been reading some good books, been working on some projects. I've started sewing more. I finished filling one of my photo albums today.
That's good.
Which was a lot of fun because I printed out a lot of old memories from when you, me, and Sam used to hang out all the time.
Now that we all live in different parts of the United States, it makes it a little
Right.
difficult.
It is a little difficult now. But yeah, and then today, my as we're recording this, it's Saturday the 7th. Today my sister turned 30. My baby sister turned 30.
Why did I feel like she was so much younger than us?
Because back then it was a lot bigger. The gap was a lot bigger than it is now.
No, it's not. No, it wasn't. It's always been the same year, same amount of years.
No, like it's only been. I know, but like it seemed like it was so much bigger when we were younger, because at that time she was half of our life.
Yes, that's true.
Like now that we're older, now it's like in perspective. So she's only 8. The same thing happened to me recently. Because my aunt Carmen, she's only 13 years older than me. But like growing up, I always thought she was like so much more older than me.
Yeah.
But now I'm 37. She just turned 50. Like actually she's turned 51 now, but because I'm gonna be 38 this year. But it's just like, oh, she's only 13 years older than me. Oh, she was also a child when I knew her.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we were children. Just different levels of children.
I guess I was only, how old was I when my sister had my nephew? Caleb. When she had Caleb, I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
Because she was 16, 17 almost. Or no, she was 18 when she had Caleb. And I'm 5 years younger, so I was 13-ish when she had my oldest nephew. So yeah, that's crazy. I don't think my aunt, I think she is 20-ish years older than I am. You're
This is
old.
a little wild.
Yeah. Well, what else? There was something else I was going to tell you. Ryan's family was here. They visited for a little while. We had a queen size air mattress in our living room for the longest time. Well, it was just over a week, but it was nice to have them here. And we kind of went to a couple places, and Ryan and I went before they got here. Like the day that they got here, we went to see Amadeus in Pasadena. And it was amazing. It was hilarious and fun. And the guy that was playing the main person, which I can't remember what his name is, but he was like, there's parts of it when he's like a really old character because he's like on his deathbed, remembering what he did to Amadeus Mozart, and then he transitions back to when he was younger.
Mhm.
and it's the same character, and it happens on stage in front of you, the transition from old to young. And it is basically like they put on a wig and turn him around and he's the young version. But he changed it. Not only did they put on the wig, like his mannerisms changed. He changed his voice. As soon as they plopped on the wig, his voice changed, his mannerisms changed, his like posture changed. It was amazing acting. It was really good.
I love
Um,
it.
so it was a lot of fun, and it was a very fun show to watch, and it was very well done. The perspective, so like they had it was like a two dimensional wall, but it looked three-dimensional the way that they had it like kind of framed out, and the perspective that you saw it from, and like it was just so much fun. And then with Ryan's family, we went to Malibu one day, and then on Sunday before they left, we went to Ventura, which I think I liked Ventura better. We've been to Malibu before, but it's just like there's not much to do in Malibu other than like really good seafood and then go to the beach. Or at least there's not much that we saw while we were there. And then in Ventura, they had a pier that you could walk out onto, and it was really nice. Like this, it was just this really long pier, and you're like in the middle of the ocean. Not really in the middle of the ocean, but you're out on the ocean, above the ocean. And it was a lot of fun. It's gorgeous. A little chilly that day, but it was nice.
I'll have to come visit soon.
Yes. I say a little chilly, and then at the same time in Massachusetts they got 3 feet of snow.
Right. Like,
So I'm sending pictures of the beach, and then Alitza and Karen are sending me pictures of 3 feet of snow, and they're like, I can't get out of my front porch.
you're like, oh, my bad.
Karen's like, the snowbank is taller than I am. It's funny.
I get that.
I'm really excited. I probably won't go see it in the theaters. I just hate going to movie theaters. But the new Scream 7 is out. I've heard like people, which I totally understand, the reason that people are kind of boycotting it and mad about it because of what happened with like one of the actors. It was during the first part when they first started filming for Scream 7. It was when the Palestine thing all started happening. And she came out and was very vocally supportive of Palestine, and they fired her.
Yes, I do. I remember that.
And then at the same time, in kind of protest to her getting fired, Jenna Ortega also quit the show, quit the Scream 7 movie. So then they kind of reframed it and moved it back to focusing on Sydney, which I kind of actually prefer anyway, because Scream was all about Sydney Prescott, and like that's all that was always about since it started. I did like the new version with the new family and like the new kind of discussion point with her being the daughter of Billy Loomis, the first Scream murderer. Well, one of the first. But I was like, it always seemed like a stretch to me. But it was always fun. Like I enjoyed Scream 6 and Scream 5 and Scream 6. But I do like that it went back to Sydney Prescott instead. And we're seeing where Sydney Prescott is now in her life. And her daughter, Tatum.
And I'm just over here like, the only Scream movie I've seen was the one that you dragged me to once.
Scream 4.
Yes.
The one with Hayden Panettiere. Well, one of the ones with Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, that's the only Scream I've seen.
I can't believe that. I love Scream. It's my favorite, one of my favorite series, I guess. It's not really series, but sequels, franchises. That's the word I was looking for. One of my favorite franchises. Because it's the very first movie I've ever seen in theaters. One of the very first movies I've ever seen in theaters.
Really?
Yeah, Scream. I think I went to the actual movie theater and saw it twice, and then it was also playing at the drive-in, and so I went to the drive-in and saw it too.
The movies that I remember seeing in theaters, The Prince of Egypt, and I got to see that. I only got to see that on the night it premiered, actually, because we won tickets for it off of the radio.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive, back when we could win tickets to things off the radio.
That was, so we were able to go see it because my dad had a relatively stable and good job that paid him well. And it was when we were going to his, like, on the weekends. He would always have to find stuff for us to do. So we would go to the movies, usually. That was what we typically did on the weekends with him. Go to the mall and then go to the movies and walk around to the mall. And because I always loved going to the mall. And then we
always loved going to the mall.
Yeah. And then the movies were just there.
Yeah.
The movie theater was just there. So we just went and watched movies.
Speaking of, going to the movies together, though, like back in the day.
I don't love it just because of so many people, and I hate people. I hate people to begin with. But people being rude and being loud and obnoxious during movies, I haven't really actually experienced all that much recently. There's been like phones out and stuff like that, which is frustrating and annoying, but I don't know.
I always have like a decent time at the movies, to be honest. I can only think of one time that we should not have stayed for the movie.
Hopper?
Yes.
Hopper, because it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was something wrong with the movie. Like, they screwed up the movie.
It was hot as balls in there because the air conditioning or whatever was broken.
It was very weird.
The movie didn't even start properly. Like, we should have left. And then we did it.
We should have left and complained, and then made them give us like free ticket to another movie.
Give us our money back.
Like, I doubt that they would do that, but they would probably be like, "Well, here's a voucher, and then you can come back and see another movie for free."
That was not only was that the worst movie experience I've ever had, but it was the worst it was the worst movie I've ever seen.
It was a terrible movie, yeah.
It was such a bad movie. The only part of the movie that was funny, the whole movie, was where the fucking chick goes, which is a French for coup d'etat. That was it. that one part. One part.
No. What else? What else can we talk about? My brain just quit. Not
so
shocking. This whole thing with Kristi Noem.
Oh God.
I don't really understand. Like, she got fired, but she didn't actually get fired. She got moved to a new position in a new branch of government that isn't even real, that they're setting up or whatever. So she didn't even really get fired. She just got moved to a new role.
It's
like, no, she needs to be fired. Well, actually, she needs to be impeached.
Whole government needs to be fired.
It's so ridiculous. It's insane the way that it's going, the way that it happens, and the way that they're like just fine with it. And freaking Pam Bondi is a moron.
The way that we're literally acting like all of this is normal. Like, none of this is normal. None of this is normal.
It's insane.
No, I know, it's crazy. It's wild. which is part of the reason why I've been reading more books about ways that individuals are able to fight back. And I am getting very, I don't know, I'm getting very paranoid. Like I'm starting to understand those people when I was a little kid, those adults who were all like, oh man, the government's all out to get us. Oh, I mean, I'm watching it happen.
Yeah.
And
Which
I'm
I think that's just the way that this whole like it's not always been like that to my recollection. It's this administration and the lawlessness and the pandering that the idiots that are in the House and the Senate are doing.
The lawlessness for sure. Like there is no law right now, essentially.
Yeah, it's insane. But let's get away from that. So we can talk about my new my new coffee maker that I just ordered and I'm really excited about. Spent way too much money. I ordered a Breville. What is it called? Breville Lux Precision Brewer with a thermal carafe. So it's not like a glass. It's a thermal carafe, which is I have a thermal carafe right now. So instead of it being glass, it's like sealed steel, so that keeps it warmer for longer without having to have like the heating plate on. So you have fresher coffee for longer, and it's hotter for longer.
I'm finding it very difficult. To have this conversation.
Why?
About coffee right now, when like the entire world is on fire. It's just so surreal to me. Like,
but coffee, Sarah. We're looking at happy things like coffee, Sarah. I can't. You could.
I could, but I can't.
You could. There's a time and place. Our podcast can be the place, but it gets you all riled up and then you get frustrated and then you go into a deep, dark hole. And I need you to not be in that deep, dark hole.
Okay.
We're trying to light the hole. Ooh, that sounded dirty.
That sounded really dirty.
We're trying to bring levity to the hole. That still sounds dirty.
How about we stop referring to it as a hole?
Well, that's what it is. A whole lot of bullshit is what it is.
Look, it's hard. It's hard to sit here and act like everything's fine and have a conversation about your new coffee maker and, you know, the weather today when everything is just everything is everything out there, and I'm just
Well, there's only so much you can do, and trying to keep sane with it is a way to kind of talk about other things that aren't our fascist government and the fact that we just, again, bombed the Middle East for absolutely no reason other than he wanted to make a dick measuring contest
for like the fourth time in our lifetime.
I know. I commented that on somebody's TikTok where they were talking about gas prices, and they were like, "Oh, the Middle East. Let's not just let's also talk about the gas stations that pump up the prices of the gas. And I'm like, no.
No.
He's the reason that this happened. There's no other reason. Anytime, you know where we get most of our gas from? The Middle East. You know, every single Republican president has bombed the Middle East, and every single time it's raised gas prices. So the only real reason to bomb the Middle East is to pad your pockets because you're getting paid by the oil companies. You're killing children in elementary schools because you have no regard for a human life.
No regard for born human life, we should say. Because if it's unborn, then oh God.
I don't even care about that.
Protect.
That's just a face that they put on. Also, Nancy Mace. I don't know if you've seen like this, the testimonial portion of the Clintons for the Epstein files, and it's like
I have not been watching anything related to the Epstein files at all.
Nancy Mace is a freaking idiot, and I don't understand why she's still able to hold office in any capacity at all. But she was like starting to ask questions, and like she wasn't even letting Hillary Clinton answer the question. She asked her how she was affiliated with Jeffrey Epstein, and if he ever contributed money to her campaign, or if she ever lobbied for him to contribute money for her campaigns or for any fundraising offers. And she started answering her, and then Nancy was like, oh, I'm just fighting for the survivors as a survivor myself. I'm like, you can't continue to use that as the reason that you're being a bigot. You can't continue to use your horrible experience being abused or sexually assaulted as a reason to attack someone. And then she was also seen being a moron towards Tim Walz when she was talking to him about fraud, and then she asked him, what is a woman? It's like, that has nothing to do with fraud, nothing to do with identifying fraud. And her stance was, if you can't even identify what a woman was, how can you identify what fraud is? And it's like, he's like, I'm not going to be the part of your obsession with transgender people. Like, that's not what we're here to talk about. That's not what this hearing is about. You're not even sticking to the facts or the focus of this hearing, so I'm not going to answer your questions. Like, there's no reason for me to. Like, it was ridiculous. She's like so hyper fixated and psychopathically fixated on transgender people that she's not even doing her own work. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's all crazy.
Yeah. Well, are you doing anything fun this weekend?
Right.
It is Saturday.
This weekend, let's see. What did I do? I had friendly debates with Nick.
Friendly.
Yes. They were actually they were friendly.
Yeah.
They were friendly.
I was saying, your guys' ideologies don't seem too vastly different.
They're not. And we debate on very low stake things, like audiobooks versus regular books.
Whether ketchup is for adults or children.
Yes.
What is your thoughts on that?
I think ketchup should be for everybody.
It's for whoever wants to use fucking ketchup. Who cares?
It's for whoever wants to use fucking ketchup. I don't know why people. Anyway.
I did say this the other day. I did say this at lunch or at breakfast the other day to Ryan. When we were talking about putting coffee or putting sugar in our coffee, and I was like, no, I drink my coffee black like an adult.
And I'm just over here like, when somebody says to me anything in regards to black coffee, I always say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not an adult enough for that. I'm not old enough to drink black coffee. That's just where I am.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't until recently start drinking black coffee. Like it's not the only thing I drink, but I usually whenever I get coffee, I don't usually have to put anything in it unless it's horrible. And then it's like a little bit of sugar or sweet, not sweet and low, but like stevia or whatever.
Yeah. But like, no. I'm raging against that. I'm not old enough to drink black coffee.
I also don't like this thing that I keep seeing on TikTok that it's like at a certain age you have to stop using a backpack and start using a briefcase or a messenger bag. And I'm like, no. If it's more ergonomic or easier for me to use a backpack because I'm going to be carrying a lot of other things or doing something else with my arms, I'm going to use my backpack. But I do have a really nice Coach bag that I can use to carry my laptop and stuff to work if I want to use it. But if it makes more sense for me to use a backpack, I'm going to use a backpack.
Right. Like, what's wrong with a backpack?
Like, get over yourself.
I get annoyed about these, what is and is not childish. And it's just like, okay, even if it is a little childish, like, we could all use a little levity.
Yeah.
So who the fuck cares? Who cares? Who is out here obsessing over that, going, oh no.
People who don't have better things to do with their time.
Like, you're an adult, you can only drink black coffee. You can no longer use ketchup. No more ketchup for you. Oh my God. No more backpacks, no more ketchup. Only black coffee. No joy in your life at all. Sorry.
What else are you doing this weekend?
Let's see. What else am I doing? I'm going to be cooking some meat.
What kind of meat? Why do you say meat and not say the type?
I don't know, because it's meat.
What kind of meat? There's chicken, there's beef, there's sheep.
It's beef.
Lamb.
It's beef. I don't know how to cook lamb. TBH.
It's not that difficult. It's just like pork.
I don't know how to cook pork. But
you don't eat pork, so that makes sense.
Like, I mean, on occasion I will eat pork, but generally speaking, that is not something that I eat.
Yeah.
It is my least favorite meat available.
I'm getting frustrated because we have more people moving in now to the apartment complex, and last night we went to go use the hot tub, and our pool is heated now. I don't know if they just turned on the heater or what, but it was freezing cold for the longest time, and this is totally first world problems. I understand, and in like not even first world problems. It's beyond first world problems.
This is the upper elite problems.
Frivolous problems. But for the longest time, our water in the pool was so cold that like if you walked into it, it was like getting into an ice bath. But then last week they turned on the water heater, apparently. Mm-hmm. So I've been swimming.
I love that.
But now there's more people moving in, and last night we went to go use the pool and the hot tub, and there were people in there, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And now 2 times that we've been sitting in the hot tub, someone has come, and you would think if you see someone in there, you wouldn't go bother them or intrude on their time in the hot tub, but they just did. I was like, well, fuck. People are here. I don't like it. And we try to go late in the evening, like 7, 8, 9 time frame, so that there's less likely for there to be people there. Mm-hmm. But there's been the people there. It's frustrating. I pay an ungodly amount for rent. I should be able to use this whenever I want. Get out! Get out!
They also pay an ungodly amount of rent to be able to use it whenever they want.
I don't care. is my time. Go away. This is my time. This is me.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What about you? What else are you doing this weekend other than setting up bookshelves that are going to arrive tomorrow?
I don't know that I'm going to do that, but we'll see. Well, today we went to Black Bear Diner to get breakfast, and they have the largest freaking portions. It's insane. I ordered a bowl scramble, like a scramble bowl with like potatoes and eggs and stuff. And it was like, this could feed 3 people.
I get that.
It was so much.
There's a Mediterranean place that I ordered from recently, and I ordered sides. Okay, so keep in mind, like, these are the sides. Enough for 3 full meals.
Yikes.
Like, just the sides. Literally, they sell pita for $1. I ordered, just a singular pita because I was thinking, sides, just a pita. They gave me 6 pita.
Jesus. Well, do the sides come with pita as well?
No.
Like, weird.
They gave me like 6 pita, and then like I got a half side of hummus. Might as well have been a full size of hummus. It was like more than the hummus you can just buy in the store.
It's funny.
I was just like, oh my God, okay, sure. Anyway.
Yeah, well, we went, and then I was like, I want to go. Brian was wanting to get a lamp or a light so that he can have it next to the chair that he sits in, so that he can read without having to have like the homophobic lights on, the big lights and the ceiling.
Unfortunately, I'm having to deal with the big light, the homophobic light right now.
I see that. And I was like, well, we have homophobic lights, but they're also dimmable.
Oh, no, this is not dimmable.
So I always have them usually set on like one of the lower settings anyway, just because I hate to highlight the bright lights. So we went to Crate and Barrel to look for some lights there, and I couldn't find any that I really liked. And I had been looking on Cost Plus World Market. It's only they always call it World Market around here, but we say the whole thing because of Miss Coco Peru.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we went to Crate and Barrel, so we were looking around for those, and I was like, I kind of want to look at getting a new coffee maker. So we went down and looked at the coffee makers, because this one is huge. The one that we went to, it was in Woodland Hills, I think is what it's called, in California, or in Los Angeles, over by Calabasas and stuff. And it was like 2 floors. Like the first floor was like kitchen and dinnerware and like outerwear and stuff, and then the top floor was like regular like sofas and chairs and lighting and stuff. So we went up and looked at lights first, couldn't find anything, went down and looked at some of the different coffee makers, and I was like, I like this one, but it's an 8 cup instead of a 12 cup, and I really prefer a 12 cup coffee maker. So I ended up getting the Breville, which was a 12 cup coffee maker, because I like to drink a lot of coffee.
Same.
So I ordered it because they didn't have the one that I wanted in stock, and it was an online only option. And then we drove and got some coffee, and then went to a World Market over there. Well, we went to a World Market first, and we got a new lamp. You can't really see it, but it's like a green glass base, and then I couldn't find like the lamp shade that it was pictured with online for some reason, so we just found a different one, because you have to pay for the lamp shade in addition to the lamp base. So like the base was a certain price, the shade was a certain price.
Okay.
So we got a light there, and then I thought that I had to turn in the license plates to Rhode Island So we went to like Target and I got a package to put the license plates in to send them back. But then when I got back and looked it up, it just says if you cancel them online, just to recycle them or destroy them in some way. So we just have to find somewhere to put them or just put them away and keep them. And then we came back, and then tomorrow I don't really know what we're going to do.
Okay.
We have to be here between 1 and 5 to accept the delivery if it gets delivered tomorrow. If not, then I'm going to be like, why the hell aren't you delivering it? It's like, this is the second time you've tried to deliver it. Do you actually deliver? Because I just paid $40 for you to deliver it to not deliver it twice.
I think I'm tomorrow. It's gonna depend because we've got like a lot of rain and stuff going on here. I hate that I've become that person now who's like, oh well, it's raining, so
No, so I'm the person that if there's not parking readily available, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to that place. If it's a store that I need to go to or somewhere that like I was going to drop off my MacBook the other day at this place that repairs computers, I couldn't find it because it's like inside a building that's like another office, so it's inside the same office where the car wash is. But there's no parking. So like I couldn't find a parking space. I drove like there is parking, but there were people parked in there, and I'm like, I can't find a parking space.
No readily available parking.
Yeah, so I just left. I was like, well, I'm not going to drop my computer off, I guess, because I'm not going to try and find a parking space and then have to walk back to this place and then walk around looking for it. Even though if I walked in.
That was me today at H Mart.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if I don't find a decent parking spot here in the next 10 minutes, I'm going home. Like
that was the issue at the freaking license branch too. I went to the license branch, there were no parking spaces, so I had to park down the road and walk to the license branch.
Yeah,
it was insane.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember if I told you this, but we went to a barbecue place here when like we first got here. I walked in and it was like you have to walk up to the counter, read the giant menu, and then order from the menu. And I'm like, that's not what I want right now. I want to sit at a seat, have someone come over, give me a menu. I take my time to look at the menu and order.
Right.
So I was like, we left. Yeah. It's like when I don't want to eat here. I'm like, I don't want this experience. I want to
this is not the experience that I want right now.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to sit down, look at the menu, take my time to look at the menu, and then order. Like,
yes.
I don't like standing there staring and then waiting for people behind me are waiting because I don't know what I want to order.
Right.
Well,
you want to call it a podcast?
I think so. That's my line. Sure, let's call it a podcast. All right. Well, thank you for listening to this week's episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. If you like this episode, please give us a like, comment, and don't forget to follow or subscribe. If you would leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen, as this will help get the podcast out to more people and help us grow. Feel free to follow us on social media. Our handle everywhere is at Now About That Pod. So if we're not on the search, then we are not on that platform. If there's something you would like us to discuss, our email is nowaboutthatpod@gmail.com. You can also send us a voicemail or send us a text message. Our phone number is 765-557-4170. And our website is www.nowaboutthatproductions.com. Otherwise, have a good week since this will be coming out on a Monday. And Sarah, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.